So what is the default view shown in Power BI? This is the first and foremost interview, not interview, certification question. What is that? This is report view. ये report view जो है, this is the first view, default view बोलते हैं इसको. So जब भी आप Power BI open करते हैं, then the first view or default view would be report view. So I've already shown you the BRD document, right? So that is business requirement document. तो जब भी प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट होते हैं, स्टार्ट होने से पहले डिस्कशंस में आपको बीआरडी दिया जाते हैं. आपको मतलब डायरेक्टली डेवलपर को नहीं देते या प्रोजेक्ट लीड या टीम लीड उसको देते एंड ही वुड डिस्कस दैट विद द स्टेक होल्डर्स. स्टेक होल्डर्स मतलब क्लाइंट्स. ओके, सो आपको हमेशा क्लाइंट करके नहीं बुलाते, कभी कभी स्टेक होल्डर्स भी बोलते हैं, कभी कभी क्लाइंट भी बोलते हैं. ये इंटरव्यू में आपको ऐसा क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, लाइक स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ आप कभी मीटिंग्स कंडक्ट किया क्या, स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ आप कभी डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व किया हुआ क्या, ऐसा क्वेश्चंस. So that means why they ask those questions is to test whether you can lead the team or not, or sometimes whenever the lead is not there या manager नहीं है, project manager, तब आप lead ले सकते हो क्या या carry forward कर सकते हो क्या team को. So that is the reason they test you on that also. So once it is done, then आपको data sets दिया जाता है. Data sets देने के बाद the first step you will do is connect the data. ऐसा आप data को connect कर सकते हैं. For example, last time we have seen Excel workbook, how to connect to a Excel workbook. Today we will see text like CSV data file को कैसे connect कर सकते हैं. For example, this is one sheet. That is एक CSV file है वो. So I'm taking that CSV file. So ऐसा डेटा दिया जाता है. Then जब भी आपके पास डेटा आते हैं, it is applicable to every field, whether it is data analyst or business analyst or data science. So anywhere or everywhere, it is related to data only. If you understand data, then you can master the field, या job, whatever it is. So understanding data is important. Understanding data मतलब क्या है? सिंपल डेफिनेशंस, लाइक व्हाट इज दैट और डेटा क्या है, हर एक चीज का मीनिंग आपको पता होना चाहिए. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम टेकन ए सिंपल डेटा सेट. दिस इज द डेटा सेट. डेटा सेट किसके बारे में है वो आपको समझना चाहिए. वो कैसे समझेगा आप, ये टेबल्स देखिए तो समझ में नहीं आते हैं. समझ में आता होगा, ऐसा नहीं कि बिल्कुल नहीं आते. आप देख के बोल सकते हो कि ये स्टेट है, this is overall rank of this state, and this is the overall score, and this is the affordability. What is meant by affordability? वो आप गूगल में सर्च करने हैं. affordability मतलब in terms of economic perspective. economic perspective में क्या आते हैं कि out of 100 आप कितना लोग उस चीज को अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं या खरीद सकते हैं या फिर उधर जी सकते हैं. All these are meanings of that affordability word. So this is 18. What is 18? Out of 100 people, 18 people can afford this city or this state, Florida. These are the states in US. Right. So affordability, then well-being, then culture and diversity, weather and crime rate or crime. So all this, based on this, you can assess. अच्छा, what is the data is all about? ये state से, ये US का related state से, and states का ये data है. So overall rank, मतलब ये rank is based on what? This number one is based on all these scores. जिसको ज्यादा score हुआ उसको first rank दिया गया है. And based on what this score is calculated, based on all these things, that is affordability, well-being, culture and diversity, weather, crime. So what we are doing right now is understanding the data. This is called data understanding. So this is the first thing you have to do when the project starts. You need to understand the data. Data क्या है and वो किसके related है. ये दो questions आपको समझ में आ गया, then you won't face difficulty, much difficulty. So that is the reason why I've taken little like a very simple data set, which is very, very less complicated, just to give you a brief understanding. So once you understand the data like this, then you should click on transform data. इसे transform data click करते ही क्या करते? So behind the scenes, like behind the scenes क्या करते? There will be multiple engines in Power BI. The first engine what we are going to study is called query engine. This is the query engine. Okay, and then there will be another engine that is called X velocity engine. So X velocity engine is related to memory related, and query engine is related to आपको समझने के लिए बता रहा हूँ. This is tables related. Whatever the tables or data, tables or data. So जो भी data या tables related हम बात करते, it is always related to query engine. So this engine performance या फिर functionality of this engine would be totally different of this engine, and then there would be another engine, that is DAX engine. So this engine functionality would be totally different. जैसे just a brief example I'm giving you. अभी आप Excel पढ़ा, right? Excel में जैसे columns रहते हैं. So for example, there are 10 columns. So Excel का इंजन जो है वो इंजन कैसे रीड करते हैं? 10 कॉलम्स को इकट्ठा रीड करते हैं. It will treat 10 columns as one table or one data set or one sheet. So एक शीट में 10 कॉलम्स है, इस 10 को एक ही यूनिट जैसा कंसिडर करते हैं. Same comparison when we enter into Power BI is 10 columns को it will treat as 10 separate columns. So this is the difference between Excel engine and Power BI engine. That is the reason why both work in a different manner. लेकिन there will be lots of similarity also, because underlying जो engine है Excel and Power BI, दोनों का engines same ही होता है. Only functionality wise there will be little bit of changes. So that is the reason why I will train you, like arranged sessions on Excel before starting the Power BI. So जब हम Power BI पढ़ेंगे आपको थोड़ा easily समझ में आता है, and we will go in comparison wise also. When I start DAX, I will compare with Excel with Power BI. What is the difference? Okay, so this is the thing. So when you click on transform data, what happens is that the transform data is linked to the query engine. So this query engine, what it does, whatever the data we are connecting, we are going to connect. For example, I'm connecting to one CSV file. So it goes to this CSV file. CSV file मतलब comma separated file. This file would be in this format. This is a CSV file. CSV file में data कैसे रहते? Comma separated. All the values are comma separated. Comma separated values. These are the values, and each value would be separated by one comma. So ऐसे comma separated values को हम CSV file बोलते हैं. So once you connect to the CSV file, what query engine does is that whatever the data it is there, it will convert that into a one query. One query matlab one table. One query is equal to one table. This you need to remember, because Power BI में ये सब vocabulary का खेल है. इंग्लिश को आप इजीली आपका नेटिव लैंग्वेज है या फिर सिंपल लैंग्वेज में आप कन्वर्ट कर लिया, देन पावर बीआई पढ़ना बहुत इजी है. सो क्वेरी मतलब टेबल. इन पावर बीआई लैंग्वेज वन क्वेरी इज वन टेबल. सो आगे जाके एक कॉन्सेप्ट आता है क्वेरी फोल्डिंग करके. दैट टाइम आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू. लॉट ऑफ पीपल गेट कंफ्यूज्ड व्हाट इज क्वेरी फोल्डिंग because they don't understand what is a query. So that is the reason why I told you. So once you click on this transform data button click karte hi, this query engine would get activated. Once it gets activated, whatever the data you connect to, it will transform into a query. Query means one table. So then it enters into the backend. Backend में enter होके backend क्या है? In Power BI engine, backend is called as Power Query Editor. This is the backend. So इसी को हम क्या बोलते हैं? Normal parlance में we call it as ETL tool. ETL tool in Power BI. This is your second certification question. Like ETL activities in Power BI is performed in option 1, 2, 3, 4. That is Power Query Editor. This is the Power Query Editor. This is called as ETL tool in Power BI. So once you click on transform data, you enter into this Power Query Editor. Yeah, once you click on this transform data, you enter into this Power Query Editor. This is the backend. This is the backend tool. And this is the front end. Front end view is this report view. By default, it would be report view. That is the reason why they call it as front end view. Front end view is report view. This also they will ask you in certification exam. For BA certification exam, they will ask you this question. What is the default view in Power BI desktop? That is report view. So this is the Power Query Editor. So this is nothing but an ETL tool. Fine. So you got the data. This is the data what we have seen there. So once you got the data, you will have multiple ribbons. These are called ribbons. Tabs बोल सकते या ribbons बोल सकते. But in Power BI, we call it as ribbons. Because to make a distinction from Excel, Power BI community calling this as ribbons, not tabs. Tabs भी बोलते, but ribbons is the standard format which you should call. So here you can observe, we will study about four ribbons, that is home, transform, add column and view. These four ribbons we would study in detail. Apart from this, the most important for you after completion of this course or during the course also, this help ribbon. Okay, so in total we will study 5 ribbons, but most important for you is 4 ribbons. So these are the ribbons. So the first ribbon is called home ribbon. Here in this ribbon, you will have multiple options. And the approach for this course is we will study each and every option in detail. So what is the advantage and disadvantage with this? If I teach you project wise, so in project, for example, out of all these options, I might use only 2 options. That is, one option is split column and another option is group by. Apart from this, I won't use any other options if I go by project wise approach. So I won't be able to teach all these options for you. I will show you only these 2 options and your project is done regarding this home ribbon. Then if I go to transform ribbon in the same project, I might use another 3 functionalities. For example, format function or statistics or scientific calculations or date and time. That's it. Remaining other options I won't be able to teach you because that is not necessary for your project. And then add column also same thing, 1 or 2 functionalities. So this would be disadvantage for you. Why? Reason is that you might understand the project, but you won't understand all the other options. Once you enter into the company, you won't get the same project. You won't be using the same options. You might get different scenarios. At that time, you won't understand the options properly. Once you don't understand the options properly, then you can't work properly. So that is the reason I'm opting for this option-wise approach. Okay, for this course. And also, in addition to that, I will combine the project based also. That is, just like in SQL, we used to see the scenarios. In the same way, I will show you the scenarios. So once you go to this view, like get data, what are the steps again? First of all, get data, and we are connecting to CSV file. Once we connect to that CSV file, we click on transform data. Transform data click करते ही backend में आया. What is the backend tool? ETL tool. Power Query Editor. A Power Query Editor is called as an ETL tool in Power BI. So what is ETL? Extraction, transformation, and loading. और डेटा क्लेंजिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड डेटा क्लेंजिंग, डेटा को क्लीन करना है। एंड रियल टाइम में कंपनीज के अंदर उसी को बोलते हैं डेटा मसाजिंग। सो दिस आर द कॉमन पार्लेंसेस। कॉमन पार्लेंस मतलब कॉमन वर्ड्स और कॉमन लैंग्वेज, राइट? व्यू। सो in view, what is the first thing you have to see is that column profile. As soon as you get the data, you should see the column profile. What is column profile means? ये जो particular column है, इसके related information रहेगा इधर. That is, there would be 8 column statistics would be there. That is count, error, empty, distinct, unique, empty string, minimum value, and maximum value. These are 8 column statistics. So all these 8 are important. Why important? For your certification. So in column statistics, which option is not present? This is your certification question. So in that they will give you options: count, error, empty, distinct, unique, empty string, minimum, maximum. Out of this, there would be three options and one option would not be there. That is your certification question. What is the question? Column statistics में which of the following is not part of the column statistics? सो पहला आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि कॉलम स्टैटिस्टिक्स मतलब क्या है, वो किधर आते हैं. सो इन व्यू टैब, इन व्यू रिबन, you have to click on this column profile. Once you click on this column profile, ये ब्रैकेट में जस्ट क्लिक किया तो आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग इन डिटेल बिकॉज कुछ नहीं, ज़्यादा लोग नॉन टेक्निकल से हैं, so they might find it difficult. So I'm explaining slowly and I'm explaining in detailed manner. Okay. सो दिस इज योर व्यू रिबन. इस रिबन में ये जो कॉलम प्रोफाइल ऑप्शन है, कॉलम प्रोफाइल है, कॉलम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, कॉलम क्वालिटी है, like this, these three are important options. What is column profile, what is column distribution, what is column quantity, that we will see. So first, column profile. Once you click on this column profile, ये टेबल के अंदर जो भी कॉलम ये सिलेक्टेड है, बाय डिफॉल्ट फर्स्ट कॉलम, ये पूरा एक टेबल है, इस टेबल में बाय डिफॉल्ट फर्स्ट कॉलम वुड बी सिलेक्टेड. ओके. इस सिलेक्टेड कॉलम, जो भी कॉलम सिलेक्टेड है, उस कॉलम के रिलेटेड स्टैटिस्टिक्स इधर रहेगा. कितना स्टैटिस्टिक्स रहेगा? 8 कैटेगरीज ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स. व्हाट आर दोस? काउंट. काउंट मतलब क्या है? इसमें पूरा कितना रोज है काउंट करते हैं, दैट इज 50. ओके. एंड देन एरर्स. इस कॉलम में कितना एरर्स है? एरर्स मतलब whether the data is wrong or mismatching data type, और ये ABC मतलब text data में numerical आ गया. All these are errors. So it will throw an error in the column itself. So errors को दिखाते हैं. So it will show the errors. Then अगर empty values कुछ रहा इस column के अंदर, it will show the empty values also. Then distinct and unique. What is the difference between distinct and unique? This is your interview question in Power BI. This is your first and most important interview question. What is the difference between distinct and unique? Okay. So what is the difference between distinct and unique? Distinct matlab, if I select distinct in this column, what is the output? Output would be, my output would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the output for distinct. If I select the distinct on this column, डिस्टिंक्ट मतलब क्या है? जो भी रिपीटिंग वैल्यूज है, 1 1 रिपीट हो रहे, इफ आई सेलेक्ट डिस्टिंक्ट इट विल एलिमिनेट डुप्लीकेट्स. डिस्टिंक्ट वैल्यूज मतलब इट विल एलिमिनेट डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज. सो 1 1 रहा, देन डिस्टिंक्ट सेलेक्ट किया तो इट विल गिव मी 1 एज द आउटपुट. देन 2 2 ओनली सिंगल वैल्यू, सो इट विल गिव 2 2 डायरेक्टली. देन 3 इट विल गिव 3 ओनली. लेकिन जिधर भी डुप्लीकेट्स रहा, देन इट विल रिमूव द डुप्लीकेट्स. 4 4 रहा, इट विल गिव ओनली वन वैल्यू एज द आउटपुट. दिस इज द डिस्टिंक्ट. देन यूनिक. यूनिक अप्लाई किया इस कॉलम में, देन अगर जो भी डुप्लीकेट्स रहा, 1 1 डुप्लीकेट है, सो इट वोंट सेलेक्ट 1 बिकॉज 1 इज नॉट यूनिक, इट इज डुप्लीकेट. duplicated. Then will it select two? No, it won't select two also because these are also duplicated. So unique output for unique on this column would be 4 and 5. This is the output. So interview में भी in the same manner, अभी जो जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया, in the same manner they will ask you the question either orally or they will ask you in chat or they will show you in Power BI. In Power BI only they will show you some columns like this, duplicated values, and they will ask you the question. That is, what is the difference between distinct and unique? Or they will give you these values. If they don't give the values, आप ऐसे example देके explain करना है. अगर values दिया, then you need to explain what is the difference. Unique मतलब it won't select the repeated values. सिर्फ जो भी value unique मतलब no repetition, right? So जिधर भी repetition नहीं है, सिर्फ वो values को select करेगा. 4 and 5 would be selected. Distinct मतलब जो भी रिपीटेड वैल्यूज है डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज को एलिमिनेट करके यूनिक वैल्यूज को देते हैं दैट इज 1 1 it is repeated so it will give only 1 as the output, then 2, then 3, then 4. So this is the difference between distinct and unique. So distinct and unique, it is very very important. Then empty string मतलब this is a string means character data type, right? इसलिए data types पढ़ना important है. So I will explain the types of data in next session. What are the types of data? That is structured and unstructured, and then qualitative and quantitative, nominal, ordinal, and then discrete and continuous. I'll explain that classification in the next session. So this is the string data. String मतलब character मतलब text. ऐसा समझो अभी के लिए. So empty string. So empty strings जिधर भी रहते वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है उसको रिप्लेस करने कुछ और वैल्यूज के साथ. अदरवाइज हमको प्रोजेक्ट में बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत थ्रो करते. Why it will show? Why it would be problematic? That I'll explain when I start visualization part. Then what is the minimum value and what is the maximum value? What is the minimum value in text? Alphabetical order. A, B, A is the minimum value. Maximum would be last alphabet. Either W से जो भी start हुआ, that is the last alphabet. That is Wyoming and Alabama. These are the state names in US. So this is about column statistics. So ये कैसे आते हैं based on column profile. ये हर एक कॉलम को आप देख सकते हो and देखना भी चाहिए. So this is for state column. This is for overall rank. So like this, you should see for errors. अगर errors आ रहे हैं या नहीं. Main thing. Out of these 8 statistics, you should search for errors. And then for text data type, you will get some column statistics. Again, for numeric data type, you will get other extra statistics. That is NaN. Okay. And then 0. Like this, you will get some more statistics also. Average, standard deviation, even and odd. So this is important. Why it is important, I'll explain when the scenario comes. So for now, you should remember that for text data type, this column statistics would be different. For numeric data types, this column statistics would be different. In certification exam, they will ask you mostly questions based on text only. So column statistics also, they will ask you based on text. Why? Because this text data type related and text functions in Power BI is the most important because in real time, in based on numeric values, the calculations would be very easy. But all the scenarios, whatever scenarios we would face in DAX and all, based on text only, we will face some sort of difficulty. So this is about the column statistics. ऐसा हर एक कॉलम को आप चेक करते हो. मेनली किसके लिए चेक करना है? एरर्स किधर भी एरर्स है क्या या एम्प्टी वैल्यूज है क्या, ये दोनों मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट है. एंड बाकी चीज उतना ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है एक्सेप्ट इवन एंड ऑड. वो सम सिनेरियोस में ही इम्पोर्टेंट है वो भी, दैट आई विल एक्सप्लेन लेटर. ओके, लाइक दिस यू नीड टू चेक ऑल द कॉलम्स. सो अगर एरर्स रहा, देन यू शुड फॉलो सम सीक्वेंस ऑफ स्टेप्स. ओके, what are those steps? That it will come in home ribbon. When we study home ribbon, at that time I will teach. This is about column profile. Once column profile is done and you have searched all the values, then क्या करना है? अगर जिधर भी errors आते हैं, you need to copy. You need to copy this table. Whatever the values are there, you need to copy and then go to Excel and then you should paste there. That is called documentation. That is how you need to start documenting your Power BI report. Okay, that is copy करना है. अगर errors मिला या empty values मिला, ये Excel sheet में copy करना है and उसको report करना है. किसको report करना है? Team lead को या फिर project manager को, as a task status, what work you have done, that you need to document and then you have to submit apart from your statement. सो अभी तक टास्क स्टेटस आप कैसे दे रहे हो? दैट आई हैव डन दिस एंड दिस. ओके, एज ए 2 line or 3 line statements. So from tomorrow onwards you need to attach one image. How you need to attach? Till now you are sending task status in notepad. So from tomorrow you have to use wordpad or excel sheet. Anything is fine. So there you need to attach some screenshots. What work you have done? I have worked on stored procedure. Take a screenshot of the stored procedure on which you have worked or practiced. And then you have to attach some screenshots also in addition to whatever the statements you are providing. So that is the enhancement from tomorrow to your task status. So like this every day or not every day, in intervals of time you will get updates. तो नेक्स्ट स्टेज में कैसे करना है वैसा. So like this you will learn how in real time we work. So this is about column profiling. Once it is done, the documentation is done, errors आया कुछ आया, then you need to document it in an Excel sheet. That is done. One task is done. Then once it is done, then you should go to column distribution. What is column distribution? In column distribution, पूरा कॉलम में कितना डिस्टिंक्ट वैल्यू से and hello.
Yes, sir.
Uh, yeah, you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there is a power cut. I think it took some time for UPS to start. Okay. So yeah, let's finish this topic. So there is a column distribution. A column distribution किसके लिए? इस टेबल के अंदर जितना भी कॉलम्स है, ईच कॉलम में कितना डिस्टिंक्ट वैल्यू है, कितना यूनिक वैल्यूज है. व्हाट इज डिस्टिंक्ट एंड व्हाट इज यूनिक, इट इज क्लियर. बी वेरी वेरी क्रिस्टल क्लियर. लाइक कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा आप, वो आपको लाइफ टाइम याद रहना है. दैट इज हाउ यू नीड टू लर्न. सो उसके लिए कैसे पढ़ना है? इट नीड्स टू बी वेरी वेरी क्लियर, राइट? सो वंस इट इज क्लियर you won't forget. So that is the reason why I give you these examples. This why I give you, one thing is understanding, second thing is you need to remember as it is or in your own way, whatever you feel fine. So once you learn that, you won't feel difficulty in understanding other concepts also. You can apply the same methodology or logic to other concepts. So this is about column distribution. That is, column distribution में हमको क्या करते हैं? Each column में कितना distinct values है and कितना unique values है, that it will show. Then why it is important? Because we can identify अगर duplicate values रहा या फिर कितना unique values है. मतलब duplicate values रहा तो what is the issue? वो issue is that first thing analysis में Whatever the columns you have in a table, the first column will be always primary key. 99% of the cases it would be like that. 1% can be deviation, that is exceptional. लेकिन the first column जो भी है, it would be always primary key. What is the features of a primary key? The value should be unique and there should not be null values. So इधर 50 rows है, 50 rows में all the values are unique because there are 50 states in mainland USA. 50 states, right? All these are 50 states in USA. ये 50 states का names है, all are unique. There is no repetitions. So there are 50 unique and also 50 distinct. Distinct मतलब there are no duplicates. Duplicates को remove करके जो भी values है उसको display किया है. उसका मतलब distinct and unique same रहा मतलब there are no duplicates. That is the logic you need to understand. ओके एंड जिधर भी वो सेम नहीं रहते देन इट मीन्स दैट देर आर सम डुप्लीकेट्स सो इधर 49 डिस्टिंक्ट एंड 48 यूनिक दैट मीन्स देर आर सम डुप्लीकेट वैल्यूज आर देर सो दैट इज द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ये बेसिकली हम किसके लिए देखते हैं ये प्राइमरी की चेक करने के लिए दैट इज वेदर द प्राइमरी की इज करेक्ट और नॉट दैट इज द डिस्टिंक्ट एंड यूनिक शुड बी सेम whether it is 50-50 or 100-100 or 1000-1000 anything. So real time में इधर मेरा टेबल के अंदर there are 50 rows. रियल टाइम में हमारा डेटा रहते some 70 लाख rows या 80 लाख rows lakhs में रहते हैं या फिर thousands में रहते हैं जो डेटा मैं काम करता हूँ it is around 80 लाख rows 80 to 90 लाख rows तो उतना डेटा रहते हैं तो उतना डेटा में हमको चेक करना नहीं आता है कि वी नीड टू राइट क्वेरीज एंड चेक दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई एसक्यूएल इज मोस्ट पावरफुल इधर आप पावर बीआई में फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल उतना रोज बैठेगा नहीं पावर बीआई का एक लिमिट है दैट आई विल एक्सप्लेन लेटर उधर 70 लाख रोज 80 लाख रोज पावर बीआई में आप गलती से भी गेट डेटा क्लिक किया then it will your laptop would get shut down or power that application would get switched off it won't restart again it will take 1 to 2 hours or else your laptop gets hanged for 3 to 4 hours and it won't work for another 3.5 to 4 hours that is the issue and then it will finally throw an error that it can't take that much data that is the issue with power bi okay that I'll explain later that is data related or so this is about column distribution. So column profile हो गया, column distribution हो गया. Then column quality. What is this column quality? इधर आपको errors जितना कितना errors है and कितना empty values है. All this it would show. ये column profile में भी दिखाएगा and column quality में भी दिखाएगा. That is empty values and errors. But इधर आपको numerical values में दिखाते हैं. Errors out of 50 rows, 2 errors are there, 3 errors are there, like that. लेकिन एक column quality में it will show in terms of percentage. कितना percentage है. तो ये डेटा जो डेटा मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ वैलिड इज 100% एरर इज 0% एम्प्टी इज 0% रियल टाइम में ये रिवर्स में होते हैं वैलिड इज 0% एरर इज 100% ऐसा रहते हैं या फिर वैलिड इज 2% एरर इज 98% डेटा वुड बी लाइक दैट सो दिस इज एन आइडियल डेटा ओके सो जितना परसेंटेज ऑफ एरर कम रहते डेटा उतना हाई क्वालिटी है एंड उतना क्लीन है बेस्ड ऑन दैट योर व्हाट जॉब इज डिसाइडेड सो ये देखने के बाद आप रिपोर्ट करते हो दैट इज एरर परसेंटेज 50% 60% और 70% सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट दे विल गिव यू सम टाइम अगर एरर परसेंटेज 10% 20% रहा दे विल गिव यू 1 week to clean the data. If the error percentage is 70%, they will give you 3 weeks. If it is 80%, 1 month. If it is more than 80%, 1.5, 2 months, like that. It depends. So the time frame would be decided based on this column quality. So that is the significance why we need to check this. Okay, these are the 3 steps. That is column profile, first step. Second step is column distribution. Third step is column quality. So these three are important. So once it is done, then what are the other important options that is query dependencies. This you won't understand till we discuss this home ribbon. And then advanced editor. What is this advanced editor? That I'll explain in home ribbon. Once we study this home ribbon, I'll explain that. Okay. So for today, let's stop here. So from next session, in the next session, I'll start with home ribbon. Okay, and then how we are going to study each and every option, starting from this close and apply. Each and every option, I'll explain what is close and apply, what is close, okay, what is new resource, what is new source, and what is recent sources. Enter data, data source settings, manage parameters. How many options are there? What are the significance of that? And refresh preview. Like this, we will go option by option. I'll explain each option based on scenarios. Okay, what scenarios we would face in real time, like that. Okay, this is the approach. So in addition to that, you need to follow this documentation and this training videos for now. Okay, from today onwards. So in further subsequent sessions, I'll explain you about this Power BI blog and community and what is this submit an idea. So this we will do on daily basis in organizations. Whatever the innovations we apply or we do, that we will submit. That I'll explain later. Okay. So let's stop here. And from tomorrow, task state updates should be provided in a Word format or in Excel sheet with an image, that is screenshot. Whatever the work you are doing, any number of images are welcome. It is not मतलब restriction नहीं है, एक ही भेजना है. आप जितना काम करते हैं उतने images भेज सकते हैं. आप for example 30 queries लिखा, so combine all those 30 queries into 4 to 5 images and you can send. I'm just giving you an idea. Rest is up to you. Whatever manner you want to do, it is up to you. So this is one documentation. You should learn the documentation part also, the art of documentation, because this way your future would be secured. नॉर्मली क्या होता है लोग काम करते हैं बट दे डोंट डॉक्यूमेंट उसके वजह से टीम लीड्स को या फिर प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर्स को पता नहीं चलता है कि कितना काम कर रहे हो आप ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन से इट इज अ प्रूफ यस आई एम डूइंग द वर्क एंड दिस इज माय वर्क so they also won't question you. Okay, so this is very very important for real time. Okay, so let's stop here.